Black Clover has finally reached its climactic finale, and let me tell you, it's pure peak fiction. After years of battles, heartbreak, and relentless training, Asta and Yuno have ascended beyond anything we thought possible. These two are no longer just rivals chasing the title of Wizard King. They've become living legends. Their power, their resolve, their bond, everything has evolved to godlike levels. The story has exploded into a cosmic showdown. Humanity versus divinity. Lucius Zogratis, the so-called ultimate wizard king, wants to rebuild the world in his image. A world without free will, pain, or imperfection. But standing in his way are two brothers, one blessed by mana, one born without it, fighting together to destroy the very idea of perfection. So today, we'll break down the final chapters of Black Clover, exploring Asta's new god form, Yuno's ultimate power-up, Yami's last stand, and how the fall of Lucius symbolizes the rebirth of the entire Clover kingdom. This isn't just an ending, it's a revolution. Our story picks up right after Asta's revival, thanks to Mimosa's miraculous healing. The battlefield is in chaos. Angels descend from the skies, the world is cracking apart, and Lucius stands tall, declaring himself God. And yet, Asta walks in smiling. His aura alone shakes the entire field. Everyone senses it. Asta isn't the same boy they knew. His anti-magic feels heavier, sharper, divine. Liber, his devil brother, apologizes for losing focus in their last battle. After all, Lucius had used their mother, Lucida, as a shield. A psychological blow so cruel it nearly shattered their union. But Asta, he doesn't flinch. He looks Liber in the eye and says, "We've got this. Let's surpass our limits together." Those words reignite everyone's fighting spirit. Yami unveils a new devil transformation, merging darkness and mana in perfect harmony. Noelle's magic, already among the most powerful, evolves to something new. She's now tapping directly into anti-magic. Even the mysterious devil Andremalik, silent for over 100 chapters, finally enters the war. Every magic knight, every ally, stands taller, sharper, more determined, and at the center of it all is Asta, the boy who had nothing, now leading everyone into the light. One of the most breathtaking moments of the finale comes when Asta shares a portion of his anti-magic with Noelle. We've seen teamwork before, but this is something else entirely. Noelle's new form, the Black Dragon Valkyrie mode, is a fusion of divinity and chaos. Dark horns curve from her head, crimson light burns in her eyes, and black runes crawl up her arms. She looks both angelic and demonic, a goddess of battle born from love and rage. And what follows is a massacre. Noelle wipes out Lucius's angel army in a single sweeping motion. The battlefield trembles. But what makes this moment so special isn't just her power, it's her growth. After 384 chapters of being a tsundere, she finally drops her walls. No more pretending, no more hesitation. Like, she admits her feelings for Asta in front of everyone. She praises him openly, proud of how far he's come. It's poetic. The girl who once mocked the boy with no magic now wields his very power to save the world beside him. And just like that, Asta and Noelle become the perfect duo. Love and strength united against the false perfection of Lucius. Meanwhile, across the ocean in Hino country, Ryu faces off against Lucius's paladin forces. Lucius has seized control of Heath's body and even captured Ryu himself, but instead of killing him, he lets him talk. Because, like every arrogant villain, he believes no words can change fate. But he's wrong. Ryu gives one of the most emotional speeches in all of Black Clover. He remembers his youth, a time when his homeland was destroyed by a plague that consumed the powerless. He had no magic, no hope, nothing. Yet he made a vow with his friend Yasuga and Yami to build a world where magic and rank don't decide your worth. And when he received his Tengetsu Eye, the all-seeing power that could predict the future, he realized something strange. There was one person whose fate he couldn't see. That person was Asta. Ryu watched from afar as Asta fought gods, devils, and destiny itself, and never gave up. He realized that Asta was the living embodiment of his dream, a man who could turn powerlessness into the greatest strength. So when Lucius offers him salvation under his perfect world, Ryu laughs in his face. "I don't need your perfection. I've already seen the man who surpasses it." And just as Lucius raises his hand to strike, Yasuga, the strongest of the Ryusen 7, appears, slicing Lucius's head clean off in one motion. For the first time, the god bleeds. Lucius's count countless timelines begin to collapse one by one. The perfect futures he crafted all crumble before the unstoppable will of humanity. As Asta and Yuno enter the main palace, the fight becomes more than just physical, it's symbolic. The Clover Castle, the heart of nobility, begins to fall apart. Its walls, built on centuries of class division and arrogance, shatter under the combined assault of Asta and Yuno. Lucius fights from the throne, surrounded by symbols of power and control, but his every attack represents the old world, one where royals ruled and commoners obeyed, and every strike from Asta and Yuno tears that ideology apart. Lucius believes in perfection, a world where flaws are erased and individuality is lost. But Asta proves that imperfection is what makes people strong. Yuno proves that nobility means nothing without compassion. Together they embody the balance Lucius can never understand. Strength through struggle, freedom through imperfection. Every explosion, every fallen tower, every shattered piece of stone represents something deeper. The destruction of a corrupt hierarchy, and from its ashes, the foundation of a new era begins to form. A world led not by fear or birthright, but by willpower. But Asta and Yuno aren't the only ones making history. Captain Yami Tsukihiro, the man who taught Asta to surpass his limits, gets his final moment of glory. In an unexpected twist, Vermillion, one of Lucius's own devils, betrays him. He's seen enough of false gods and broken ideals. To him, Lucius is just another tyrant replacing one form of oppression with another, and Vermillion offers Yami an alliance. Together they combine their magic, darkness and light, into one. The result? A power that transcends both heaven and hell. Yami's final devil form activates. His body is surrounded by burning sigils, half his face covered in shadow, half illuminated by divine light. And Vermillion reveals his true power, light magic. Before he was cast from heaven, he was worshipped as a sun god. Their combined magic, light and dark, becomes something truly divine. As Yami slashes through a paladin, the attack releases a blinding radiance followed by total darkness. It's poetic justice, a devil using the light of heaven to destroy angels corrupted by false divinity. Yami's words echo through the chaos. Good and evil aren't decided by what you're born with, but what you choose to do with it. This single statement defines Black Clover's entire moral philosophy. It's not your origins that make you good or evil, it's your choices. Yami, the outsider, proves once and for all that humanity's power lies in defiance, not obedience. And then, the moment we've all waited for, the final showdown. Asta and Yuno versus Lucius Zogratis. What follows is pure chaos. The three clash with such intensity that their movements vanish from the naked eye. Shockwaves tear through dimensions. Magic distorts space itself. Lucius attacks with divine fury. Hundreds of magic types fused into one colossal spell. The ground burns, the sky splits open, and entire continents tremble. But Asta and Yuno keep pushing. Lucius starts to falter. For the first time, his foresight fails him. He can't read their movements. His visions of victory are gone. He panics. He bleeds. He feels fear. Desperate, Lucius casts his final spell, a nationwide spirit bomb, merging every element, every spell type, every ounce of mana in the world into a single doomsday blast. It's over, until one man steps forward, Vermillion. For hundreds of chapters, fans joked he was useless, but now, the fraud finally rises. Vermillion summons the fire spirit Salamander, combining his flames with those of his sister Leona and his cousin Leo. Together, they unleash the triple Vermillion Inferno, an inferno so massive it engulfs Lucius's world-ending magic and burns it away completely. Their flames symbolize humanity's undying will. No matter how powerful the enemy, the fire of the human heart will never die. As the flames fade, Asta and Yuno lock eyes. No words are needed, they know what comes next. In perfect synchronization, they enter their flow state. Asta fuses completely with Liba, his anti-magic devil, while Yuno merges with Bel, the spirit of wind and stars. Two souls, two elements, one purpose. Asta represents imperfection, the human will to rise despite weakness. Yuno represents potential, the limitless power of belief. Together they form a paradox that even Lucius cannot comprehend. Their final attack is a symphony of chaos and order. Asta's anti-magic cuts through all divine energy, while Yuno's star conjunction accelerates them beyond reality itself. Lucius's godly body starts to crumble. His regeneration fails. For the first time in the series, Lucius screams in terror. The man who claimed to control time itself realizes he's run out of it. Asta and Yuno strike together. Their blades pierce through his chest, shattering his divine core and annihilating his false godhood. Lucius collapses, his magic dispersing like dust, and in his final moments, he finally understands. Asta's imperfection was never weakness. It was humanity's true strength. Asta smiles as Lucius fades away. You tried to create a world without flaws, but it's our flaws that make us human. And with that, the false god falls. The Clover Castle collapses entirely. The throne, the symbols of hierarchy, the age-old corruption, gone. The world holds its breath as dawn breaks over the ruins. From the smoke and light, Asta stands tall. Not as a warrior, but as a leader. The boy who once dreamed of becoming Wizard King. Yuno stands beside him, not as a rival, but as a brother. Together, they watch the sun rise over a world reborn. The nobles kneel, the commoners cheer. The devils, spirits, and mages all stand united under a new banner. A banner of freedom. No one is judged by birth or magic anymore. This is Asta's dream realized. A world where everyone can surpass their limits. Black Clover's ending isn't just about defeating a villain. It's about destroying a system and rebuilding it from the ashes. And in the final panels, we see the same message echoed through every character's journey. Noelle smiling, standing proudly by Asta's side. Yami laughing, his sword finally resting. The Black Bulls reunited, celebrating their captain's rise. The story that began with a powerless boy shouting, "I'll be the Wizard King," ends with that very boy proving that willpower beats destiny. And that, my friends, is how Black Clover ends. A tale of resilience, friendship, and the belief that even gods can fall before human determination. Asta's journey from orphan to godslayer is one of the greatest underdog stories in anime history. He didn't just fight devils, he redefined what it means to be human. No magic, no blessings, just heart, grit, and an unbreakable will. So if this story taught us anything, it's this. Perfection is overrated. It's our flaws that make us strong, and true strength comes from never giving up.